Last night, an off-duty pilot on board an Alaskan Airlines flight to San Francisco attempted to shut off the plane's engines mid-flight. I'm Emma Ott, and I'll have all the details tonight at 8.
China Peak is hiring for this upcoming ski season. I'm Valentina Saldaña, and I have the details coming up on MyTV 53 News at 8.
The city of Fresno is breaking ground on a major solar project. I'm Sheila Gaitan with that story tonight.
Also tonight, free flu shots in Greeley today, but if you weren't able to make it out, you have some other options very soon. We'll explain. Those stories and much more next in Prime Time.
New, local, unique. MyTV 53 News at 8 starts right now.
And good evening. Welcome to the San Joaquin Valley's only 8 p.m. news. I'm Austin Breed. Thanks for being here. It's Monday, the 23rd of October. I hope you had a good weekend. Well, our big story tonight is in the air as chaos breaks out after a passenger who's also an off-duty pilot attempts to shut down the engines on an Alaskan Airlines flight headed to San Francisco. MyTV 53's Emma Ott in the news center with more in our big story. Emma?
Hi, Austin. This is some pretty scary stuff here. On Sunday night, an off-duty pilot riding as passenger in an Alaskan Airlines cockpit attempted to disrupt the engines, essentially trying to hijack the flight, forcing the plane to divert from San Francisco to Portland, Oregon. The on-duty pilot can be heard on a live air traffic control explaining the situation to Portland police.
The threat is now in the back of the airplane, so we're reduced on the threat level. We're going to check in with the flight attendant to make sure everything is running smoothly, but it seems like he settled down as soon as he, after one moment of going a little bit overboard, we put him back. So.
The off-duty pilot was later identified as Joseph D. Emerson, 44. Emerson was subdued by flight crew and taken into custody by Portive Police in Portland. He is being charged with 83 counts of attempted murder, 83 counts of reckless endangerment, and 1 count of endangering an aircraft. The incident occurred on Flight 2059 from Everett, Washington to San Francisco International Airport. You can see from the live ATC recording that the plane actually never made it to San Francisco, but instead had to do an emergency landing in Portland. Everyone on board landed safely and were given flight vouchers. Not sure if they're going to want to hop on another flight anytime soon, but it is a start. According to a statement made from the airline this morning, Emerson was traveling in the jump seat, which is formerly known as the spot reserved for pilots traveling from airport to airport in official capacity. The airline also reported there was a credible security threat related to the off-duty pilot trying to shut down both engines by pulling the engine's fire extinguisher handles. Now the question is, why would he do this? He's a seemingly normal guy with kids and a family at home. So far, we do not know the answer, but this reminds me of a somewhat similar situation on FedEx Flight 705 in 1994, where a FedEx pilot tried to hijack the plane. He did it because he was angry at the company and his personal life was going poorly. I'm Emma Ott reporting with MyTV 53 News at 8.
Scary situation for sure, Emma. Thank you for that. Other news, the Kings County Sheriff's Office confirming to our partners at Stillwell News that the woman and girl killed in a crash late Friday night have been identified as 62-year-old Maria Suarez and 3-year-old Jalen Suarez, Mariah's granddaughter. The fatal crash happened at Phillips and 3rd in the city of Hanford. Meanwhile, a 9-year-old was also inside that vehicle and tonight listed in critical condition. Police do say the other driver did pull over after the crash. Drugs and alcohol were not factors. Also on Friday night, CHP was requested by the Selma Police Department to respond and investigate an injury traffic accident within the city of Selma involving an on-duty Selma police officer. Initial investigation has determined that an on-duty Selma officer struck a female pedestrian, 72 years old, of Selma, with a marked Selma police vehicle. Now, the pedestrian was treated at the scene and transported to Community Regional Medical Center for further non-life-threatening medical care. The Selma Police Department and the officer involved have been equally cooperative with the investigation. Alcohol and/or drugs have been ruled out as possible factors. Well, the man killed while trying to cross the street in Fresno late last week has been identified today. Officials say the crash happened at Kings Canyon Road and Bergen Avenue. The victim, a 41-year-old named Kirk Flegas, was a homeless man who lived in Fresno. Officers say a pickup truck was traveling eastbound through Kings Canyon, and the pedestrian was crossing from the north side of the street to the south. The driver is cooperating with police in this investigation. We're going to head to the North Valley now, where new tonight from Merced PD, a 27-year-old has been arrested on weapon and drug charges following a vehicle stop. On Saturday night, an officer initiated the enforcement stop on a car on the 600 block of East Main Street. During the traffic stop, police saw a large bag of processed marijuana and a revolver on the driver's side floorboard. The vehicle was searched and the officer located drug paraphernalia and crystal meth. The man was arrested for possession of a firearm and controlled substances. He was booked into custody at the Merced County Jail. From the North Valley to the South Valley, where the investigation into a fire in Tulare County continues tonight. Late last night, Tulare County Fire received a call about a large blaze burning in Goshen on the 5500 block of Avenue 320. The call came in as a second alarm structure fire. All occupants were accounted for and no injuries were reported. No word on how exactly the fire broke out. New tonight from the city of Fresno, the Department of Public Utilities conducted a groundbreaking ceremony earlier today for the development of its on-site solar energy and battery storage portfolio. Reporter Shayla Gaitan was there and brings us the story.
Hey Austin, this is a project that the city is very excited about.
And turn 3. Good deal.
A groundbreaking ceremony took place this morning for an on-site solar energy and battery storage portfolio. The Department of Public Utilities says this project should be finished in less than a year, and it will be one of the largest such projects in California.
Let me just say I am extremely excited and honored to be here for the groundbreaking ceremony as we celebrate our city's continued embrace of clean energy. What's important to note about Fresno, California is that there would be no Fresno, California if it weren't for the abundant natural resources within our valley region. The miles and miles of fertile soil that have established us as the breadbasket of the nation.
This project is taking place in 3 different energy-intensive sites in southeast and northeast Fresno. Jerry Dyer explained how this project will help save millions of taxpayer dollars and the energy and environmental impact it will have on the city of Fresno.
This project that we're working on, that we're going to talk about, not only saves tens of millions of dollars of taxpayer dollars, but also creates jobs, renewable energy, and it has been in the makings for many years. In fact, we've been working on this project now for over 4 years.
The solar power plant should be done in about a year. Reporting in East Fresno, I'm Shayla Gaitan, MyTV 53 News at 8.
All right, Shayla, we appreciate that. Today, we learned that the Fresno Teachers Association has finally announced whether they will strike or not strike. This comes as Superintendent Bob Nelson released the following statement over the weekend.
And actually, I just need to say, I actually respect the fact that you're willing to strike for what you believe to be right. It's important that one stands up for oneself and that we have an opportunity to do that. I will say this, though. I'm trying to figure out what got us to a place where communication broke down to the point where we are where we are.
Now, the final decision should come by 9 a.m. tomorrow, and of course, we will keep you posted. Our partners at Stillwell News attended this free walk-up flu shot clinic in Reedley today. The vaccines were given out until 6 tonight at the community center on Northeast Avenue. Doctors say the vaccine protects you from common viruses seen during the upcoming winter months. Everyone over the age of 6 months can now get the shot. If you were not able to make it out today, don't worry. A free event will take place on November 4th in Fresno and November 9th in Kingsburg. And as the days get closer, we'll tell you more about that. Speaking of the winter season, China Peak Ski Resort has announced today that they are hiring for the cooler months ahead. This comes as a new ski lift has been installed. Reporter Valentina Saldana is in the newsroom with more.
That is right. China Peak Resort is adding a new ski lift for this winter season.
Work. That's what I say. Work. Earn more pay.
The resort shared on their social media that they were splicing the cable for the new Chair 6 canyon lift. This year, there has been a great increase of rain, which increased the precipitation by 300%, and which also means that there will be a big ski season ahead. China Peak is set to open their season on November 12th, which is why they're getting ready by hiring new seasonal staff. The resort is looking to hire about 200 people this winter as they will host multiple job fairs, giving employees multiple opportunities. The first job fair will be here in Fresno next Friday, November 3rd at the Sequoia Brewing Company from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. After that, there will be 3 Saturday job fairs starting on November 4th and continuing until November 18th. All of these will be hosted at the China Peak Resort from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The final job fair will be back in Fresno at the Sequoia Brewing Company on November 1st between 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The different jobs will include all positions indoors and outdoors, leaving lots of opportunity for selection. Some perks of working on the slopes are free lessons to learn how to ski or snowboard, free skiing and riding, private ski days each month which are limited to just staff and friends, food and sport shop discounts, and finally, on-site staff housing. For more information, you can visit the China Peak website. That definitely sounds like a fun job. Reporting for MyTV53, I'm Valentina Saldaña. Austin, back to you.
All right, Valentina, thank you for that. That does it for your first few minutes of nonstop news here at 8 o'clock, but don't go anywhere. We are just getting started. Still to come, the Kern County District Attorney's Office has a brand new resource hub. Allie Soper will explain. Later, California grants climate credits for fuel made from cow manure. And what a odd weekend for weather all across the San Joaquin Valley. How much longer will the cool down, the clouds, and rain continue? We've got your updated forecast as well. New, local, unique. This is MyTV53 News at 8, and we are back in a little over 2 minutes.
This is MyTV53 News.